The universe has many horrors yet to throw at us. This is not the end of our struggle. This is just the beginning of our crusade to save humanity. Be faithful, be strong, be vigilant.
Welcome back, my friends. I hope you are staying safe in the grimdark world. Today, we're going to be discussing the Imperium of Man. The Imperium of Man stands as a testament to human resilience, determination, and ambition. Yet, despite all these things, mankind continues to dance that fine line between dominance and total destruction. It faces external threats from predatory Xenos empires vying for planets and power, and those from within, such as heretics, mutants, and traitors. Traitor! Despite these threats, the Empire is vast. It sprawls across most of the Milky Way galaxy in a scale incomprehensible to us mere mortals. The origins of the Imperium can be traced back to the Age of Strife, a dark period of anarchy and warp storms that isolated planets and led to widespread repression. Terra, once Earth, was a divided war zone. Now, our Big Daddy, the God Emperor of mankind, a powerful psychic and visionary, emerged with a dream of unity. Now, I could make about 100 videos on this, but for now, all you need to know is that he rallied all Terra under his banner. He created the Primarchs, 20 superhuman beings from his own genetics, and forged the Adeptus Astartes, or the Space Marines. Together, with the Cult Mechanicum, they embarked on a great crusade to bring lost human colonies back into the fold. However, after what was a relatively successful campaign, internal strife led to the Horus heresy, a devastating civil war, as Horus Lupercal, the Emperor's favoured son, fell to the temptation of chaos. These are the gods we spoke about in our previous videos, and he instigated a rebellion. This battle shook the Empire to its core, destroying the secret project of the Emperor, and had brother killing brother, sister against sister, that led to the ultimate showdown with Horus, powered by chaos, fighting the Emperor himself. Though the Emperor survived this battle with Horus, he was mortally wounded and bound to the Golden Throne. And that's where he sits. He now fights against the power of chaos in a never-ending psychic battle, enlightening the Astronomicon. The Imperium's vastness implies a level of staggering diversity. It comprises a myriad of planets, each with its own cultures, climates, and challenges. The Imperium is said to control over 1 million worlds, but this is a relatively simple take. Mankind is constantly losing planets to Xenos or rebellion, conquering those of its enemy, or even rediscovering worlds lost millennia ago. The sheer scale of this empire is a bureaucratic nightmare, especially when you consider the scale of potentially thousands of light years between planets, and the fact that not all planets are the same level technologically. These differing levels of technology and planetary styles are vast. Planets could be a simple medieval tithe habitat, providing basic contributions to the Imperium such as wheat, ore, livestock, or planets can be somewhat technologically advanced, consisting of a hive planet, a city of monstrous proportions that provide humans for the Imperial Guard, or even advanced weaponry. I love the comparison between the two. It provides some amazing contrasting arts between these feudal worlds and the decaying underbelly of the cities that host billions of citizens. Yet, despite all their differences, there are common threads across the Imperium. The biggest, I would argue, are their fear of technology and innovation, and an unwavering loyalty to the Emperor. Though the Space Marines, with their advanced physiologies and warrior ethos, are said to be the Imperium's spear tip, the true backbone is the innumerable citizens often facing oppressive regimes and endless, constant threats. As we mentioned earlier, the Golden Throne on Terra houses the God Emperor's withering form, but his psychic might remains, acting as a beacon for interstellar navigation and a spiritual anchor for the Imperium. Now, Rabuti Gilliman, known to some as Rowboat Girly Man, is the Ultramarines Primarch. He is the key leader in this tumultuous age. Awakened from millennia of stasis, he grappled with the Imperium, vastly different from what he knew before. He yearns for the good old days. They just don't make bolters like they used to, do they, Rabuti? Also at the top of the pecking order are the High Lords of Terra. They are the ruling council of the Imperium. They are the most powerful individuals in the galaxy, second only to the Emperor himself. Not that the Emperor can do much delegating right now. These High Lords are responsible for the day-to-day running of the vast Imperium, making decisions on its behalf. Now, I won't go into specifics just yet, but the council is composed of representatives from the various major adeptus, which are basically the administration branches of the Imperium. Though a little contradictory at times, among all the esteemed entities within the Imperium, be it the sanctioned psychers of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica, the enforcers of the Adeptus Arbites, the regal protectors in the Adeptus Custodes, or the deadly operatives of the Officio Assassinorum, it's the Imperial Inquisition that wields the most formidable power and casts the deepest shadow of dread throughout the galaxy. Tasked with guarding the Imperium from the myriad of dark forces that plague the cosmos, be it seductive alien ideologies or the treacherous designs of the Chaos Gods, Inquisitors hold unparalleled authority. They have the unique privilege of access to places denied to most and command such respect that few dare to challenge or even hesitate to carry out their decrees. Operating independently, even the influential High Lords of Terra cannot oversee them. The Inquisition owes its allegiance solely to the Emperor and to its own code. Going down the list, while many Imperial entities boast vast authority, their hands-on role in governing individual planets or star systems is often minimal. As long as the Imperial tide is honored and set duties and responsibilities are fulfilled, the Imperium largely grants Imperial commanders and planetary governors the autonomy to administer their respective domains as they seem appropriate. This structure mirrors a sort of cosmic feudal system where a chain of command stretches from the humblest attendant right up to the Emperor. Such an arrangement, while proficient in holding order and asserting Imperial dominance, also means that governance varies significantly across planets. Rallying these diverse vassals and regional leaders can be a cumbersome and drawn-out affair. Now, I'm sure you've noticed, but if you've ever looked at any of the work in Warhammer 40k, you'll know that faith permeates every corner of the Imperium. The Ecclesiarchy, or Adeptus Ministorum, oversees the worship of the God Emperor. Cathedrals resound with hymns, the worlds participate in grand pilgrimages, and the faith is a tool for control, ensuring loyalty and obedience. Equally strong is the Imperium's disdain for Xenos, which, I don't know if I mentioned, are aliens, and with similar levels of disdain are heretics. Now, a small tangent, but I will also mention, in case you do come across some more niche lore, mutants. So mutants can be, and they are tolerated to an extent, such as squats or rattlings, in uneasy alliances. However, the more pronounced and grotesque a mutant appears, the less likely the Imperium will accept them, and they will often simply be purged. Another thing to note is, while the Ecclesiarchy has a great deal of influence, they are just one of the many branches of the Imperium's government. Visually, however, I would probably say they have the most influence. The double-headed Aquila represents the Imperium's omnipresence and vigilance. Architecturally, the designs draw from Gothic influences, the cathedrals, vaulted ceilings, and intricate motifs. The color palettes often resonate with majesty and regality, dominated by crimson, gold, and deep ultramarine. The structures of the Imperium are towering, imposing, and often resemble cathedrals. These massive edifices, made of stone and adorned with buttresses, spires, stained glass, serve as both fortresses and place of worship. They reflect the Imperium's duality of militaristic might and deep-rooted religious fervor. Their scale not only showcases the Imperium's grandeur, but also serves as a practical purpose, as these structures often house administration hubs, religious conclaves, and military garrisons. If you look closely, you'll see a lot of intricate motifs. Decorative elements like statues of saints, gargoyles, and reliefs are common, adding layers of narrative and structure. These motifs often depict heroic figures, battles, and events from the Imperium's storied past, serving as reminders of both its glorious history and the constant sacrifices made in its name. Now, what most of us are here for, the military strength of the Imperium. The Imperium's armed forces are multifaceted behemoths, each facet reflecting a different aspect of human tenacity. Leading the charge, of course, are the Adeptus Astartes, or the Space Marines. Each Marine is not just a soldier, it is a living weapon, genetically modified and spiritually indoctrinated to become the epitome of human warfare and potential. Their storied chapters, from the noble Ultramarines to the fierce Blood Angels, have penned tales of valor and sacrifice across countless battlefields, proving time and time again that even in the face of insurmountable odds, humanity will not yield, and that a single squad of Space Marines can turn the tide of battle, and an entire chapter should frighten the hell out of you. Just look at this little guy. So fierce, so powerful. Good drawing, Artie. I'll look at it later. Parallel in their devotion, though vastly different in their approach, are the teeming masses of the Astra Militarum, commonly known as the Imperial Guard. While they may lack the genetic enhancements of their Astartes brethren, they compensate with sheer determination and unmatched numbers. Drawn from countless worlds, each regiment brings its unique form of warfare, from the Katajan's jungle fighters' guerrilla tactics to the disciplined gun lines of the Cadian shock troops. Together, they form a shield, ever willing to lay down their lives to the Emperor and the Imperium. They are literally the meat shield of the Imperium. Not seen as individuals, but numbers on a spreadsheet. 1 million individuals is just another resource at the disposal of the Inquisitors. Then, there's my favorite, the Adeptus Mechanicus, the tech priests of Mars. Their contributions are essential, not in sheer manpower, but in the machines of war they produce. Titans, towering god machines, stride across war zones, their weapons obliterating any who stand against the Imperium. Without their Mechanicus, the Imperium would be left without their war engine. But maybe ground battle is not your style. If not, there's also the Imperial Navy's war fleets. These starships, numerous and diverse in their design, span from the nimble single-pilot fighters and devastating bombers to age-old battleships that can unleash awe-inspiring torrents of destruction. Each ship, whether massive or minuscule, serves as a testament to the Imperium's engineering prowess and determination. Beyond these majestic vessels, the Imperial Navy boasts colossal space stations that stand as guardians in the void. These extensive ports serve as bustling hubs of activity and remote anchorages strategically placed throughout the galaxy. Together, they form a network of vigilant watchposts, always primed to mobilize the vast legions of humanity and transport them to the very heart of the next monumental conflict. I would argue, though, that what truly underpins the military might of the Imperium is not the vastness of its armies or the potencies of its weapons. It is the burning faith in the God Emperor. It's a faith that ignites the heart of every soldier, sailor, pilot, and commander. from the humblest guardman clutching his lasgun in the trench to the most decorated chapter master of the Astartes. It's this faith that drives them forward, urging them to push back against the darkness and illuminate the galaxy with the Emperor's light. Now, remember, what we have discussed today is the absolute tip of the iceberg when it comes to the lore of the Imperium of mankind. So I am feeling somewhat trepidatious at what lies ahead of us. I will say, though, that I am excited. The Imperium of man stands as a testament to humanity's indomitable will to survive in a universe filled with unimaginable threats. As you learn with me, you'll understand that it's a sprawling empire, marked by its many contradictions, its vastness, and its sheer determination. Even in the face of internal strife and external menace, the flame of the human spirit refuses to be extinguished. The Imperium, with its grand cathedrals, its legions of soldiers, and its enduring faith to the God Emperor, encapsulates both the triumphs and tragedies of mankind's journey throughout the stars. It's more than just a faction. It's a rich collection of tales, heroics, and sacrifices, reminding us of the lengths to which humanity will go to safeguard its future. As always, stay safe, my friends, and if you could, please subscribe, comment, or like, anything to appease the most terrifying of enemies, YouTube's algorithm. Goodbye for now.